This episode brought to you by MeepleRealty.com, your source for high-quality custom board game inserts. Meeple Realty, think inside the box.
Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today I've got a quick top 3 in 3 minutes for you. Know what this one's going to be is the top 3 couples games in 3 minutes. Now, when I'm doing this, before I start in 3 minutes, let me make a quick caveat of how I came up with the couples game. This is games that my wife and I love playing against each other or with each other, and you'll find none of these are two-player only games. However, they all scale really well at 2 players, I've found. The types of games that we like playing are both competitive games as well as cooperative games. So if you find that you and your significant other can enjoy working together on a team, but then also really enjoy a good competitive slugfest, well, that's the type of couples game that I'm going to be recommending to you. Oh, and also, while we run through this list, if any of these games catch your eye and you think that's a game I'd like to buy, click on the link in the description below for that game, and you can purchase it through that link, and you'll help out the channel just a little bit in the process. So let's get started with the top 3 in 3 minutes right now. So number 3 on this list is the classic Pandemic. Now, this is a game that really could fit in on a lot of lists, but this was one of the first games that my wife and I, back then, my fiance, actually the first time we ever played this, we had just gotten married. We actually played this for the first time on our honeymoon. So it's been a game in our marriage the entire time. This is a cooperative game where you are taking on the role of a scientist or a researcher or a dispatcher or a medic, all these different abilities that come with the different roles, and you're trying to stop the spread of 3 or 4 different diseases throughout the world. And if you find that you really like Pandemic, you can go one step above to a little bit more of a tense situation with Pandemic Legacy that brings in that legacy system and really ratchets up the tension in Pandemic, which my wife and I have done as well. We've played a ton of Pandemic, and we've played through an entire Pandemic Legacy campaign. So that's my number 3 is Pandemic. Now, my number 2 is Orale. Now, this is a straight-up Euro. It is competitive, though not a ton of player interaction, though there is some because there is different places that you're going on a map, and you can take some resources, they really amount to points. But you're creating a team of workers that you put into a bag, and you draw out of that bag and then see what you can use to then gain more points. And at the end of the game, basically, whoever reaches, I believe it's, I can't remember what the normal score is in this game, but it can be pretty high, especially with 2 players. And at the end of the game, whoever's the highest number of points wins the game, and it is a lot of fun. One of the first true Euros that I really fell in love with and that we have really enjoyed. That's Orale. And my number 3 is The Others. Now, whoa, hold on. You say, this is a 1 versus many game. Well, yes, that's true technically. However, I found that playing 2 players, and my wife and I have found that it is so enjoyable, so much fun. She always plays the bad guy in the game, the sense player. I always play the good guys. And we have had so much fun playing this game. It is a knockdown, drag-out action flick of a game. A ton of dice rolling. On my side, I'm always able to change up my team, try to figure out exactly which heroes I'm going to use. She's got all the different sense abilities and sense characters on her team that she can choose from, and her characters are just so powerful, the upper levels of them, but then the lower levels just get mowed over, and so there's this really kind of give and take, and the number of powers in the game are great, and it's not too difficult for one player to control the faith side of the game, the hero side of the game. So that's my top 3 couples games. Probably a couple of surprises on there, maybe 2 surprises, maybe 1. But these are the games that my wife and I have spent countless hours. In fact, based on tracking the games and everything with the Board Game Stats app, we've spent roughly 72 total hours playing just those 3 games. So a ton of fun. None of the games last longer than an hour 15. And on top of that, they all work well, not only with the 2-player setting, which is, they work great like that, but they allow you to then bring others in and enjoy those games with you, so you can keep playing the games that you really enjoy as a couple with other people as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel as well. And you can find me over on Twitter @boredoffline. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.